Get off the video.
And we do not want to audio, right?
Ricky and Tyrone, can you still hear us?
Yes.
You good here? Rick, you're good? Tyrone?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, I'm good.
I'm hoping to be there in about 5 minutes.
Okay, Chief. I'd like to call the March 21st meeting of the Coastal Redevelopment Authority to order. If you get a pledge of allegiance, please. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Upset or hungry? Probably hungry.
I'd like to call the meeting to order. We did conduct a session prior to this meeting to discuss some legal and real estate matters. First thing we have on our agenda are the minutes of the February 22nd meeting. Do we have any questions, changes, or what's your pleasure? Thank you, Joe. Did I get a second?
I second that motion.
Thank you, Tyrone. All those in favor of approving the minutes? Aye. Opposed? Thank you. Additions, deletions, I would like to say under new business C, the action concerning 16-4-1, I'd like to table that. That's the parcel which we had discussed it. Yeah, we do have accounts payable, Joe. I'm sorry about that. Thank you, Jack. We have some accounts payable here that have been presented. And, Commonwealth and Desmond, Econ, Mancini, and Office Depot. Any questions on the payables?
I would make a motion to accept the accounts payables with any necessary revisions or corrections.
Thank you, Ricky. Could I get a second? Thank you, Jack. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Aye.
Thank you. Presentations, I don't know that we have any presentations scheduled. Citizens' comments on agenda items.
I do not.
Hey,
Doesn't have the chat.
oh, but she's in that. So that puts us to the new business on our agenda. Receive and consider authorization for proposed amendment number 3 to the sale to Proudfoot Investments. I would like to just review those conditions. Mr. Proudfoot is willing to move forward with the purchase of 300 East Lincoln Highway. The conditions that he requested are that closing happen on or before April 29th, that delivery of construction plans would be within 120 days of that closing. He would commence construction within 240 days of that closing, and the project would be completed within 30 months of closing. He has also agreed to reimburse up to $5,500 in legal expenses related to these changes and so forth. So that's the amendment that we're talking about. Of course, it would be subject to their solicitor's review. And if you desire to accept this amendment, Lou's review and my signature at some point.
Just to clarify, Mr. Chairman, I have not despite emailing and calling the redevelopers council, gotten a definitive answer regarding the reimbursement issue, but I would recommend that the board consider it with the condition, and I will memorialize that in the amendment number 3 and send it to his attorney for.
I would make a motion to approve the amendment based on the buyer accepting the condition of reimbursement of the legal fees and subject to any other review that Mr. Coonall may have.
I would second that motion.
Thank you, Tyrone. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed. Thank you. Letter B is in boy that we have under new business is to receive and consider the reinstatement of a parking lot lease with the city of Coatesville with amendment to automatically terminate parking lease in connection with the closing on sale of 300 East Lincoln Highway. If you recall, we terminated the lease prematurely, and the city was gracious enough to not require the 90-day notice and so forth. But we're kind of in limbo right now. We've got a lot there that the city can't enforce parking on, can't charge for parking. It's kind of, there's no control. If we approve this amendment, it gives the city the right to collect revenue on the lot and police the lot at least until April 29th.
And then if closing does not occur for whatever reason, if Proudfoot does not move forward and we don't go to closing, then it would just continue in effect until such time as the city and the redevelopment authority elected to terminate it. We can make that subject to negotiation with the city. I would suggest a period of 30 days or less for giving notice, but I would take into account what the city administration and chief think would be reasonable in circumstances. And I'm sure that we could negotiate that with the city for the council agenda of March 28th.
What's your pleasure on the amended lease to the city for 300 East Lincoln Highway?
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Jack. Could I get a second?
I'll second it.
I second that.
Thank you, gentlemen. All those in favor? Aye, opposed.
Aye.
Hopefully this will get us to April 29th and we'll be able to sell the property and move on.
Here first.
Letter C, we are tabling. That's the lot that we discussed earlier. Letter D is the audit for December 31st, 2021 is what we have here. There's a proposal in here, I guess, from BBD, and it details that they will not exceed $10,000 for the required audit. I would accept their proposal to do the audit.
I'll second.
Thank you, Joe. All those in favor of approving the BBD proposal? Aye. Opposed. Letter E is in Edward, is to receive and consider the 2022 budget provided by Bright Realty Services. That is in here. As properties are dropping off and Bright's responsibilities diminish, they are diminishing the fee that they're charging us. I don't know what's your pleasure there, gentlemen.
I make a motion to approve.
Thank you, Tyrone. Could I get a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Jack. All those in favor of accepting the Bright Realty 2022 budget?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
I'll accept that.
Okay. Any citizens' comments?
No.
None, okay, very good. Our next meeting is April 18th of 2022. Could I get a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn.
You can't make it do that.
I can always rely on Tyra. I'll second that. All those in favor of adjourning? Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
All right.